Hello guys! Welcome to another magical art session today. I'm so happy you guys have joined me. Hello Rin! I'm so sorry to hear that you're sick. That's no good at all. That's totally fine. If you just lurk, that's totally perfect. You never need to be talking when you're here. You know that. I really hope you start feeling a little bit better though. It's so horrible feeling so sick. So, you guys might remember last week we had a super short stream, like just a 10-minute stream. And that was because I didn't realize what the time was and I miscalculated. So my boyfriend and I actually ended up going and doing some computer shopping. Hello, Abby Jax, welcome back. Hello, Vantavi. How am I? How was my weekend? I'm really good. I had a wonderful weekend. I actually ended up having so much hay fever. My boyfriend and I wanted to go out someplace and do something, but I had so much hay fever that, yeah, it was just impossible. So just needed to stay inside because, I don't know, it's a strange time of year to be having hay fever, but there must have been some strange, like, pollen or something that just got released. I don't know. But yeah, so yeah, I did actually Ren. I did get my computer. So it didn't end up being super expensive, but you know, it was still more than I had, you know, initially planned to spend on anything this year. So, but that's all right. You know, I don't have them yet. So we just did some online shopping because you can't really find the stuff that we needed locally. So hopefully that arrives this week. I'm guessing it might go a little bit longer than a week because we had them install some kind of motherboard upgrade for the BIOS. So I don't exactly know what that means, but apparently it's important. So that's happening, which means that my order might get delayed a little bit longer. I don't know. But hopefully this week, definitely next week. So just one more week of laggy streams and then things should be much better. So how was your weekend, Appy and Bantavi and Rin? What did you guys get up to? You're feeling a little under the weather today and just trying to relax. I hope it's nothing serious, Rin. I really hope you do get over it really quickly. It's never nice when, you know, your health takes a plunge. Never nice. Just affects you, like, inside out. And nothing you can really do about it. Just stay warm and cozy and, you know, treat yourself well. It's what it's all about. I actually went and had a look at one of the past VODs from... Oh, you guys can't even see what I'm doing. Don't have a lot of room over here, but I'm just blending... Sorry guys, I'm just blending all of this in as smoothly as I can because I just don't want a stark white background for my grass. So hopefully if I can get this a little bit darker, then I can start adding some details to the grass as well. Hi Doverkin! How are you doing? You're on mobile, so hopefully you can handle shoutouts and things. That's alright, Rin. Don't you worry about that. Yeah, it's as I said, if Doverkin can't do it, I'm sure that I can manage today. It shouldn't be an issue. You are such a lovely help all the time, Rin. So yeah, I actually went and, you know, you suggested that streamer Mo the Bone Lady to me. I think you suggested it on Discord some time ago. And I followed her, but I still haven't gotten to see one of her streams. And so yesterday I went and watched one of her past VODs, and I love the way that she has paid attention to like the whole background setup. Everything is so clean, everything's thought through. She's got a beautiful aesthetic, and she seems to really love animals. Like that's the main thing, you know. The fact that she cares so much, and that really appealed to me when I watched her channel. But yeah, very unique Twitch channel. I'm so glad you recommended her to me, because I don't think I would have found her. Definitely don't. And it's so unique. You're so sorry you can't stay, just wanted to say hi. That's alright, Doverkin. That's totally fine. Well, I hope you have a really good rest of your day, Doverkin. I really do. You really work way too hard. So I'm very glad that I did all of the pencil shading last Friday. Because now it's just simple blending, right? It's gonna go so quick. So I'm thinking this week, so maybe tomorrow, I'll have a look. I'm gonna go shopping for some clothes for my mum this evening, so maybe I won't have a lot of time. Thank you, Doverkin. Thank you for the 125 bits. Really appreciate that. That's so kind of you. Thank you. I wish I could make you a nice cup of coffee to say thank you. If coffee is your thing, I don't know. Tea, coffee, who knows? But yeah, as I was saying, if I have enough time to plan a new watercolor piece tonight, then I might do that. Then tomorrow we can do some watercolor again. Because I feel like I just want to spoil myself with, you know, some painting. I've been really grinding away at trying to finish this book illustration. So, you know, it's a good idea to give yourself a break sometimes. Books on Phonics, welcome! How are you? Hello, Robin! How have you been? You always assume I work on this only, but you guess I'm working on different things. Yes, I've just had a really long streak of working on this, actually, Books on Phonics, but it's definitely not all I work on. Normally I do oil painting and I do watercolor painting as well. So I'm wondering whether, you know, because this is such a large project that I'm trying to tackle, you know, it's just very time intensive, so it takes a lot of hours to work through it. But my main personal work is actually my watercolor pieces and my oil paintings. So yeah, this is probably the smaller portion of my work. Just happens to be so time consuming, so lately that's been literally all I've had time to do. But yeah, I really feel like I want to sprinkle some other work around. Right, Rin, sounds like a good idea. Gosh, today you feel cheerful. Past few weeks have been terrible, but not today. That's not good. I'm glad today's taken a turn for the better. Always great to have a positive, you know, positive change. Curious if this will be a book available online one day if it gets published. You don't know. Yeah, so I am planning to actually create it into a book you guys can purchase on my Etsy store eventually. So I've currently researched a couple of ways that, you know, we'd be able to achieve that. Some of those ways I just feel like, you know, it pays the company so much money and I barely get any revenue off it. So I'm gonna try and see how much of it I can do locally, rather than going through some of those, you know, print on demand companies. Those tend to really just take a huge cut and make it really hard to get any profit off of it. So hopefully I can do that, you know. Hopefully if I can get a local printer to work with me, then I can sell them in my Etsy store and you guys can purchase them from there. I work on this a lot because it's a project that requires a lot of work, but I do sprinkle in other pieces now and then, like the nurse. Yeah, exactly, Rin. I do. I can show you guys. I have a couple of them that I generally keep in here to show you guys. So normally I do pieces like my little pumpkin duo. They're sort of like a romantic story about a girl pumpkin who met a boy pumpkin and he's kind of stuck in his hole, doesn't want to come out. He thinks life is miserable, and she's trying to pull him out of his hole and show him that life is a lot better, you know, as a couple. You're still at work. Oh my goodness. Well, I hope you finish work soon. You can't wait to have my book? Oh, thanks, Robin. Thank you. Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm halfway there, so you know, it's gonna happen. And once I get this whole book done, it'll definitely open doors for me to, you know, have something in my portfolio to show to children's book agencies and publishers. And hopefully then, you know, I can get a little bit more stability in my freelance career. That'll be amazing. So yeah, here is my little Joloween piece from last year. So she is a little witch and this is her familiar called Poogie. And so she can make Poogie appear on demand, but here she's progressed with her spells and she's finally been able to make Poogie fly. So she was very proud of herself here. But yeah, love this one. This was done on Bristol paper, so it doesn't actually soak the paper in incredibly well, but I kind of liked the effect that it gave this piece. You know, I felt like it worked. I was happy with it. And this is my Dear Darling Dino piece. It's just about a little girl with her pet dinosaur, and also done in watercolor. This was done on Aki's hot press watercolor paper, so it's very smooth, but it soaks in a little bit more than the Bristol paper does. And this is my favorite piece of the whole painting. The beautiful flacking. I love when watercolor does that. Also done my little nurse and her pet rat. And this is the nurse from Dead by Daylight, originally from Silent Hill. So I said nurse from Dead by Daylight because the clothing is accurate from Dead by Daylight, not from Silent Hill. I think the Silent Hill nurses actually have a little bit different style clothing. I think they have shorter dresses, and yeah, I'm not quite sure what their face coverings look like, but I'm pretty sure it's a little bit different. So this was my Christmas piece with two little piglets down the bottom. It was, I did this as a card for my boyfriend for Christmas, so try to do one every year. And this is a Snow White piece. So instead of the 7 dwarves, we have lots of little animals. Didn't kind of count them, but I think there's 8, so there's 8. So one too many, but hey, who's counting, right? So yeah, also done on Aki's hot press watercolor paper. And originally I wasn't very happy with how this turned out, but I don't know, it's kind of grown on me, so I feel like I'm now in a good place with it. This was another one of Poogie and the little witch girl. This was also done on Bristol paper. So yeah, planning a book with these two at some point. So once I finish Humpty, I'm gonna do a book of these two. That'll be a lot of fun. You like this one? Which one? Oh, thanks guys. This is my Medusa, which was also part of the Drawloween stuff I did last year. So she's having a little bit of a bad hair day, which is why she's trying to get him in line, and I gave her a brush, but I don't think it's gonna work out for her, you know? The Snow White one you hadn't seen before, really? So all of my videos are on YouTube as well. So if you guys haven't seen one of the VODs, I've uploaded all of them on there. So you can see the whole process for all of these on my YouTube channel. So my little vampire girl and her puppet. So most of these were based on prompts during Drawloween, and I love taking part of Drawloween. Every year I try to do that. And last year was the first year ever that I got through every single prompt. I was so happy because it had been a goal of mine for years, and I finally conquered it. So this is little Abigail watering her own grave because she was told by someone if she watered her own grave every day, then essentially she would be able to come back to life. But instead, the garden just started growing through her, and the animals started, you know, getting acquainted with her. So it didn't quite work out the way that she wanted, but she was still very happy, so. Do I sell stickers? I don't at the moment, Robin. If you do want stickers, you can just message me as a custom order on Etsy, or just email me, because I can actually create stickers. Like if you want really good quality vinyl stickers, I can actually make those. But I'm starting to develop a way where I can do them locally, so through my own printer at home. Because that way I can send them directly to you guys, and it's just a lot nicer, you know, nicer packaging and everything like that. So once I have that sorted, stickers will be in my store. So this is Rin and her pet rat, and Rin likes to save helpless animals and keep them safe, you know. So she grew up in the woods with her dad. She didn't have a lot of friends, so she made friends with animals. Thank you for the follow, Jacob August. Really appreciate that. Now this one didn't work out. This one, because I did this on Bristol paper, and as you can see, the watercolor, it was just too much for it. It strangely didn't buckle too much, but yeah, it just didn't seep into the paper enough. And so yeah, I didn't quite get the look that I wanted. But I'm gonna redo this piece anyway, so but yeah, lots of little bunnies underneath. Really like the drawing. I just not a huge fan of the whole you know, the whole color part of it. That was just a bit, didn't quite work out. But yeah, those are the other projects that I usually work on. So Peter Rabbit, you were obsessed as a kid. Did you see the new movie, the remade Peter Rabbit? I love those illustrations. They are so cute. So cute. So yeah, definitely Robin, I'm looking into it. And Oh my goodness. It's like we have a really vibrant bird outside. So colorful. No idea what it is. Never seen it before. Sorry guys. Got really distracted just then. But yeah, I definitely will start making my own stickers at home. So that'll be exciting. Because yeah, I love making, you know, writing letters to friends, like handwritten letters. And I quite often like to put nice stickers in those. This really adds something else to a beautiful letter, you know. And also decorating your laptop, decorating, you know, other accessories. Great things you can do with stickers. But that stays between us. No worries, I won't spread the secret then. Don't worry, Jacob. I loved Bambi when I was a kid, and I would repeatedly ask my parents to rent it at the video store. Even though I'd repeatedly seen it, and even though I repeatedly cried over it, I still wanted to watch it. So, you know. We all have our childhood favorites, so nothing to be ashamed of. So who here has seen the new Peter Rabbit, and what did you think about it? Because I thought it looked pretty cool. You know, I didn't quite like the Lion King remake because I felt like they took away a lot of the facial emotions of the original animation. But I feel like with Peter Rabbit, it didn't seem like they did that, and I feel like that would probably have been a really good one. Would have been really cool to see like a 2D animation, you know, completely in the old style. That would be adorable. I actually saw Peter Rabbit showing at the local drive-through the other day, and people were queuing for, you know, blocks away, so it must be pretty popular. And yeah, I really wanted to go see it with my sister in the movies because she's a bit of a rabbit fan. She has two bunnies as well, and ever since she was a kid, she used to collect Peter Rabbit items, so that would have been a lot of fun, but I don't think it's showing in the movie still. I don't think it is. You enjoyed it, but that's most likely because you love Beyonce. But Mufasa's death still haunts you. 5-year-old Jacob was shook. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that was a pretty brutal scene for a kid, you know. I mean, even as a grown-up, it gets you teary, you know. And it's kind of traumatizing for a kid. It's like, does it have to be that dark? You know, can't they, like, just make it a little less dark? But, you know, it's still a good story. Really good story. Okay, so I think I will be right back, guys, because I'm gonna try and put some tape on the back and take off the tape on the front so I can better manage this drawing. So give me a little bit and I will see you guys in a while. I have some tape now on the back. I'll show you guys. So it keeps my back nice and stitched together. Because I didn't actually have paper that was like, you know, long enough to work on. And also, my scanner can't go that wide anyway. So I figured, why not just do it on paper like this, you know? So unfortunately I did get some ripping on the bottom, but nothing that Photoshop won't fix anyway, you know. So it just seems like now it's not wanting to blend properly there, but that's alright, because Photoshop will easily remedy that, and this is going to be coloured in Procreate, so not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. I always find that I have like a huge fear of using masking tape just because it always rips my stuff up. I don't know why. Like, I know you're probably meant to like put a sticker to something like your pants or some, you know, cloth material before you actually use it. And supposedly that will help you get less of that ripping. Am I from New Zealand? No, I'm from Australia, Jacob. Whereabouts are you from? Cool, so I have all of it blended now. You get so nervous when you tape things. Me too, me too. I feel like I've shredded so many of my good pieces like that, you know, just ruined them. Like for something that's going to be an illustrated piece, I'm going to do some bleed edge anyways, but yeah, it's not going to matter that much. Melbourne, but I have a slight New Zealand twang. You were trying to work it out. Oh, really? That's pretty interesting. Never been to New Zealand, so not sure why that would be. A beautiful place though. I would love to go visit the Hobbit, like those Hobbit houses. I don't know what they're called, but the places they had in the movie set. I love those. Would totally love to just live in one of those and never come back out. Is it really cold in Melbourne right now, Jacob? I used to live in Melbourne for like, think about 5 years, maybe more, but that was a while ago. Currently I'm in Adelaide, so. Okay, so I reckon we can start adding my grass. So I'm going to try and keep it as consistent as I can to the other piece I did. So this is what the other piece looks like. So I'm not going to do too much, but I just want to do enough that it looks like there is some grass. You want to see that too, the little hobbit village? Yeah, it is so adorable. I would totally love to go there. Not in winter though, not in winter. I don't want to go anywhere during winter, so. It's like 19 degrees, so it's not too bad. Yeah, so that's pretty much about the same time, same temperature as we've got over here. But I've got some friends who've been streaming on Twitch, and they're in Melbourne, and they dress like Eskimos, and so I've been wondering, do you guys just have a really cold wave right now? Hobbitville, your little brother is obsessed. You took him for his 15th birthday right before COVID. Aww, that is so cute. I hope you guys didn't have trouble getting back. How long did you guys end up going for? There's a Hobbit village in British Columbia that you can stay in as an Airbnb, but it's not as exciting as the real one in New Zealand. Can you go into the one in New Zealand? Like, can you go inside, or are they just like props? You'd love to visit there one day. Me too. It is beautiful. New Zealand is so green and lush and just has so many nice mountains and waterfalls and everything. And I want to go see Kapakos. They're a parrot species that can't fly. They're so beautiful. So I want to go see them one day. What made you sound old? Ah, taking your brother to... You're not old. You're definitely not old. Yeah. So are you an artist as well, Jacob? Hello, Gamer Painter! Welcome back! Yeah, you went inside. It's like a full-on theme park almost. Really? That is so amazing. But I would love to stay in one, like overnight stay in one. So the British Columbia one does sound very tempting. Do you have to like really crouch when you're inside, or is there at least some ample room? You hate to host and go, but you have to get up at 6:35 a.m. in the morning. The drawing is looking so awesome, by the way. And good luck with the stream too. Atulia, thank you, thank you. That's totally fine. I know you have things to do, and it means a lot that you just stop in and say hello. We love when you guys keep in touch here, you know. Better to have a 2-minute chat than no chat at all. That's the way I feel. So, no, I love it. So how's your weekend been, Gamer Painter? Hello, Khan, how are you doing? Why am I suddenly called Neca Wafer? I'm doing really well. I actually purchased some new PC Pass this weekend. So, you know how my streams have been really laggy lately, and we've had a couple of crashes because my CPU is overloading. So, yeah, this weekend my boyfriend and I, my brother also helped me, and we sat down and we put some stuff in my cart and put an order together. So, you know, I will be getting, or should be getting it sometime this week, maybe next week at the latest, early next week I'm expecting. So yeah, hopefully within a week and a half we won't have any more laggy streams. That'll be amazing. I'm so happy. Because most of the time I'm like anxiously dreading whenever we show off anything you guys share, so I don't want that to happen. Hang on, I'm missing chat. New Zealand is so much prettier than Australia. You can say it, you are Australian. I actually, yeah, like in a lot of ways, I haven't been to New Zealand, so it's very hard for me to say, but it's very lush and green and beautiful. Australia's a lot drier than New Zealand. Australia does have beautiful parts as well, but I think, yeah, in comparison, New Zealand has a lot more variety of, you know, of nature to offer. You're a fashion design student working on your final collection, but you cut your hand with your sewing machine, so taking a break. How on earth can you cut your hand with a sewing machine? Oh my goodness. And it hurts. Oh my goodness, that does not sound good. That is awful. How did that happen? It is great news, Robin. It really is. Yeah, I'm so happy because yeah, you know, you guys have contributed a lot. You know, the support in the streams have really helped me to save up for that as well. So if it wasn't for you guys, it wouldn't be happening. amazing, got some new art supplies and played board games with partners. So very happy. That sounds like so much fun, Gamer Painter. Sounds great. Well, I had a pretty sick weekend. So I actually ended up having like super bad hay fever attacks. And we were planning to go out and buy a muffin at a bakery and go look at a house together, my boyfriend and I, but yeah, it didn't end up happening because I got really, really sick. So we just stayed home, chilled out, watched some Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but pretty much all we did. Well, where you live in the US, there's these little Necco wafers. They're like these sugar-coated discs, a candy. Right. Okay. You gotta send me a pic. I want to see what they look like. Something very, very unexpected happened this weekend. Well, what was that? Hello, Shermany Horses! Welcome back. Typing is hard. Oz and New Zealand both have their own beauty. Yeah, they do. I mean, they're different. You can't get past the beautiful red sand of Australia. I feel like that's very beautiful. And nowhere else in the world really has that kind of aesthetic. But I'm one that prefers a green, tree-like space. So for me, I guess, it's like art. Art is subjective, and you can't really say, well, what is beautiful, and what's not. You can't really compare those things. But everyone's gonna have their own taste, I guess, and what makes them feel relaxed and happy. It stabbed you. Your dog barked and you flinched, and your hand got caught under the needle. Safe to say, your dog is currently locked outside now. Yeah, I think that's a good safety precaution considering what happened, right? Sounds like a much better idea. Well, I'm very sorry that happened. I hope no serious long-term damage has happened, because hand injuries can be so debilitating. When my mom was younger, when we were kids, she climbed a wooden ladder up, and she actually broke all the tendons in her fingers. It was really horrible. But the doctors at the hospital told her that if you ever want to regain, control over your hand, then you have to push through the pain. You have to do exercises all day, all the time. And my mum was really dedicated, and she did. And her hand is pretty much back to normal, whereas a lot of people who've had tendon injuries can't move their hands like pretty much past that. That's like too much for them, whereas my mum can do this. Normal people can close it up, real tight. But once you've had that injury, it's really hard to get back to normal if you don't do the exercise. So that was pretty intense, but she was so lucky. They told her she'd never be able to play the piano again, and she can. So yeah, really happy for her. Really, really happy. Just goes to show, you can push through and get things back to normal. Your body's incredible. It can heal a lot. You started allergy pills a week ago before the allergy season kicked you in the back. Oh no, so it's just a little too late? You find deserts stunning, but you would not like to visit one. Me neither. Yeah, I guess, it's like, it's beautiful to look through a documentary and view them that way, but looking at sand and having all that wind in your face or this horrible heat waves you can see, I don't feel like that's the nicest experience. Not really. My brass pencil is fixed. Yeah, I actually fed it through the front, so seemingly it doesn't like it when I push it into the back. I don't know. It works. Still use my others, but very happy my brass pencil is back together again. Well, with you having ASD and all, it can be very difficult to connect with people and talking. Long story short, you started talking to this girl. She seems very sweet and open-minded about you being a bit different. Not to mention, you bond a bit on your niche taste for music. She also likes sadistic and NF. You had a lengthy back and forth texting today, felt really nice. When you chat with someone and you're all like, where did the time go? Yeah, I mean, that's a great friendship, right, Khan? Amazing that you met somebody that you just click with like that. I'm so happy for you. Sounds like you had a wonderful weekend. Legit, connecting with people is something you've always wanted to strive for. It's not a good feeling to feel a lot of social rejection for most of your life. Seems like things are starting to look up. That is awesome. That is really, really awesome. And I think, I've noticed, especially here on Twitch, some people have started realizing that, not everybody acts the same way, not everybody communicates in the same way, and people in general are becoming more accepting to that. More accepting to the fact that not everybody can fit into society like a puzzle piece. There are some of us who just can't. Some of us thrive there. And that's okay. We're all different. Doesn't matter. You're supposed to meet up in May, kind of excited. I'm so happy for you, Khan. That sounds awesome. So does she live far from you at the moment? Or did you guys meet in person or online? That's really amazing. You think I'm so right. You feel like people are more aware than ever of neurodiverse people and you don't get rejected as much as before. Exactly. I didn't even know that that was a term before. But yeah, I think it's great that people are starting to realize not everybody, fits in the box. Not everybody, me personally, I struggled so much fitting into the workplace, like a normal workplace. And even though, I would do really good work, I would be, really reliable and all those kinds of things, I definitely could tell that, other people seemed to fit in differently than I did. And, maybe they didn't notice that I wasn't fitting in, but inside in myself, I never quite felt at home there, and you could tell, you can tell that other people feel a lot more relaxed at work than you do, and it's something that, you can try as hard as you want. It just doesn't come naturally for some of us, And I think it's great that more people are starting to realize that there's different ways people communicate, different ways people socialize and form connections and all that kind of thing. So yeah, I think it's great that people are also becoming more accepting of those people, not just shunning them out and being like, okay, well, you're one of those weirdos, that they're trying to understand. And you never know, people who are different sometimes have so much to offer, because they have a very different perspective on life. Generally, those people can be very introspective of themselves, and introspective people are generally much more able to apologize when they do something wrong. They're more able to see flaws in their own behavior more easily. So, those are all positive things. There's definitely good sides and bad sides, to every personality and every behavior trait. And you can't just have everybody be the same. You met online, she doesn't live terribly far, about a little bit less than an hour drive. Well, that's amazing, Khan, amazing. As a neurodivergent person, you can agree. Well, yeah, I'm sure a lot of you guys on here, are very similar and are in that boat, so. Social media has ironically made you have less friends, which you're fine with because a lot of times it has shown you a peak true nature, as well as showing you how nice and amazing people can be. No need to surround yourself with toxic people. That is so true, yeah. I mean, there's no need to cultivate relationships that are never going to benefit you. You're wasting each other's time, really. You mean in the States you got your first autistic congresswoman? You feel like slowly you're building up more acceptance. That is awesome. Wow. I never knew about that. Yeah, that's really, really awesome. Yeah, that's amazing. Hopefully, neurotypicals will eventually have more education regarding human brain variety from a young age. Yeah, exactly. Like your childhood was rough, man. But now you can openly just say, hey, sorry, you have ADHD. You're not trying to be rude intentionally, and more people understand. Well, that's great. I'm really happy that it's gotten a lot easier for you, Gamer Painter. Sounds awesome. But yeah. Yeah, I'm glad that these things are slowly changing. So I have to add some flowers in here as well. social media has been great to keep contact, but also a huge filter for quote unquote friendships. Yeah, exactly. Um, and I think it's very easy to realize, well, which people really want to keep in touch and which don't, and don't bother with the ones that don't. You just gotta keep a few good friends together. Not everybody in the world. It's really no point. We don't have as much time anyways, so much better to cultivate quality friendships and actually be able to be there for them, right? Do I like dandelions? Well, you mean drawing them? Um, I think so. Yeah, I think I really like dandelions. They're quite pretty. I like blowing them all over the place. So. And I think, yeah, I've not really drawn a lot of them. I would like to. Um, Maybe I should do like a new sketch this week or next week and just do it like make it a dandelion piece. That sounds exciting because they're such interesting shapes to draw. That would be fun. You need a good friend. You need good friends, not many friends. Exactly. Yeah. Um, and I mean, you can give so much more to those few good friends if you don't have to divide your time, among so many people, anyways. Um, and I feel like people who just have, seem popular and have tons of friends, not that there's anything wrong with having a lot of friends, but, people who just organize tons of parties and don't really know those people, I don't think they're really happy. I don't think they really know those friends anyway, so why does it matter? Exactly, you don't have time enough to get to know them. Exactly. And that's just too hard. But you gotta raise that subscriber count. Well, subscribers and followers are not, it's very different from just friends. I'm talking about friends that you call and contact every day, that you try to meet with in real life, things like that. Because yeah, there's nothing wrong with being on Instagram and having a big following. People like your work, people like your art, and they want to follow that. And you don't have to talk to every one of those people every day. trying to message people is great, but I think the bigger thing is it's more important to stay in touch with your family and close friends and make sure that social media doesn't get in the way of that, because that's what's gonna get you really unhappy. Because yeah, followers aren't gonna do it, and a big Instagram following, it's just gonna end up in you being all alone. Thank you for the follow, Ira Danny. Really appreciate that. Please feel free to introduce yourself if you like. It's a bit parasocial though, Nekka. Nekka generally tries her best, in her opinion, to keep people engaging in a genuine way. Like, her Discord is truly nice and welcoming. Yeah, exactly. And I think the thing that I try most is for all of us to try and feel like we have a place. I don't want anybody to feel like we're this clique that they can't take part in, they can't chat, they can't share their work and ask art questions and all that. I feel like it does feel like my responsibility to make everybody feel welcome to an extent. So I do my best to try and achieve that, but it still does rely on everybody, introducing themselves or, sharing their stuff, engaging. Some people may just want to be part of the Discord to just lurk. Not everybody wants to chat, but as long as nobody feels unwelcome, that's all I care about. I just don't want anybody to feel like, we're this fully developed Discord and they don't know how to enter into the conversations, because it can be really hard when you enter a new group of people, maybe a very established group, and you have to try and figure out how to start a conversation among them. And so if I can make that a little bit easier for people, then that would be great. Hello, Sportler. How are you doing? You gotta go to work, but before you go, you just wanted to tell me I'm talented. Oh, Ira Danny, thank you so much. You follow and then you make me blush with a compliment like that. Thank you so much. You tried finding this on your own, but couldn't. What's that pencil brand, Nekka? So this one is Kawiko. If you'll actually focus. Sometimes if I do this. So it's by Kawiko, Germany. It's not really focusing. But there's a little logo up the top. So Kawiko. I'll type it in the chat and hopefully that's easier for you to find. So they're a very established German, I think they make pens and pencils, but they're really, really good at making mechanical pencils. They put a lot of work into it as well, so, but they're a small company as far as I know. But I have nothing but good words about these pencils. They're really expensive. But they have a nice weight to them, and well, originally when I got them, they were super shiny. Like, you can see how matte this one is on the right, and this one is still so shiny. So they do rub off a lot of that shine over time, which is kind of unfortunate, you know, but they're still very pretty. I mean, so pretty. You like the chunky aesthetic? Me too, yeah. Yeah, it's nice to hold. Nice and firm and everything. You tune on the notifications to be here the next time. Well, thank you, Ira Danny. We look forward to getting to know you better. You know, maybe next time you can tell us a little bit more about where you're from, but I hope you have a great day at work. Hope that goes well. You guys make these book sessions so much easier for me, because this would be a grind on my own. It would be so mundane and boring to get through. But being able to chat with you guys while I work is so much nicer. So I actually, every winter, last winter I actually ended up only living in PJs pretty much all the time because it was so cold. So I've decided I'm gonna try and, you know, I'm gonna try and buy myself some better, warmer clothes. Like proper insulated stuff. Because I'm just terrible with the cold, and Australia doesn't even get that cold, so I always wonder what I'm gonna feel like if I ever go to Europe. Thank you for the follow, Polo de Blanco. Really appreciate that. Please sit down and join our vampire tea party. What's my favorite foreign language? I would have to say French. French is so beautiful. And not because, you know, not because I like romance movies or any of that kind of thing, just the language itself is gorgeous. It is so smooth. Like French doesn't actually have the same intonations, you know how we say peanut. They don't put emphasis on any part of a word at all. All of it is just smooth all the way through. So it makes things like rap music sounds terrible in French, at least I think so. But pop music and other styles sound amazing. It is gorgeous. Interesting question. You speak quite a few languages, several Scandinavian ones, plus Japanese and Korean. Your favorite language that you speak is Swedish. Your favorite one to hear that you don't speak is French. Yeah, French is beautiful even if you can't understand it. That is so true. What are all the languages that you do speak, Corinne? And what, do you speak any other languages as well, Sportler? Seem to have like a lot of multilingual people in here at the moment. Polyglots for the win. Exactly. Yeah. It's great. Like, being able to speak another language increases your own understanding your understanding of your own language. So yeah, huge plus. You don't really generally chat, but just so you know, I have some really solid vibes. Really inclusive and really sweet. Keep it up. Aw, near perfection. Thank you so much. That is like totally what I'm trying to do here, so I'm glad that I'm at least achieving it on some level, you know. Definitely want everybody to feel a part of things here, so I'm really happy. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, I personally always feel like about my streams as if I can just make one person smile a day, then, you know, then I've achieved something happy, you know. Because the world can be so depressive, and I remember days when I was, you know, in my full-time job and I would go on Twitch and just be on streams, and sometimes I'd have a really bad day and the streamer would just be cheering me up, or some people in the community would be really nice and making fun jokes, and I feel like Twitch became a really nice place for me to be able to unleash a lot of, you know, frustration, especially because at the time I couldn't really be creative a lot. So for me, I became kind of reliant on watching other creators be creative on here, and, you know, it felt like I was making art through them, even if it wasn't, you know, my own work. I could still see art being made, and that made me happy. So Twitch can be a really powerful place with the right people. The right people and the right attitudes from the right people. That's amazing. You find Scandinavian languages a bit difficult. You speak Spanish, English, Dutch, and a tiny bit of Japanese. Yeah, Scandinavian languages can be incredibly hard, I feel like. But you sound like you already have a huge, what do you call it? I forgot the word for this. It's not vocabulary, but repertoire? I don't know, is that the proper word for it? Can you call having multiple languages a repertoire? I'm not sure. Streamers sometimes appreciate messages like mine a lot more than constant blubber. Yeah, exactly. That's really appreciated near perfection, and like I said, you know, I personally was a lurker for probably 3 years. I never said anything, so, you know, and now look at me. I went from being a lurker to being a regular viewer at some people's channels, and then now I started streaming. So it doesn't mean, you know, just because you know, even if you never become more than a lurker, that's totally fine. You're still taking in the beautiful work that others create, and you know, showing your appreciation by being here. So definitely there is no requirement, I feel, especially in the art community, to have to talk, to have to chat and things like that. Obviously for me, I do enjoy being here because you guys keep me company and it helps me get through, uh, especially pieces like this. Pieces that take a long time to finish, and being able to talk to you guys about interesting conversations really helps me get through the grind of it. So that's my main reason for hopping on here. Because I remember before, I would give myself time slots during the day to try and complete this book, and it just never worked. Before I came on Twitch and did it with you guys, it was just way too hard for me. So much easier when, you know, you can talk about lots of interesting things and stuff like that. But there's definitely sometimes I feel when streams make arting hard, you know, particularly when I'm working on something really intense and complicated, and sometimes I feel like, oh my goodness, I can't focus on talking, and painting right now is just too much. But you know, sometimes you just gotta take a breather. Sometimes it does mean you gotta do it off stream. Not everything can be done on streams, but more often than not, I found that it helps me more than detriments things. I feel so bad. Some time ago, I was on Becca's art stream, and it was so awful. She had just messed some of her, like spilt some of her jugs of water all over her beautiful paintings, and they got completely ruined. And you know, as a fellow creator watching that, you can just imagine how her heart must sink through in that moment. And it's so amazing because another streamer, Charles Lister, actually rated her at that exact moment. And so it just made her day. Everybody came in and gave her hugs, made her feel happy, you know, boosted her confidence in herself again, asked her to give it another go, you know. So the community can be so helpful to streamers as well, you know, especially artists who, you know, we put a lot of our own creativity here on Twitch, and art is a very personal thing. So creating art is kind of like an insight, I feel, into an artist's mind as well. So I always love to see what artists think while they're working, how they create, the environment they're like creating in. It's so personal. But that also lends itself to huge disappointments when things do go wrong. So those are never nice. Those are always so frustrating. Oh, thank you for the follow, Mother Sheep and Princess Belle. Really appreciate that. Thanks, guys. Hang on, I missed something. You would say your language repertoire, yes. Okay, so I'm not wrong for thinking that. Title of the book, From Lurker to Fabard Streamer. I guess so. I never imagined I would get back into streaming. Like, if you had asked me a few years ago, I'd have been like, no way. There's no way I want to do that. But, you know, times change, and your interests change in the way, you know, because I had so much work. And streaming was just, you know, because I was only creating art on streams and never personal work for myself, it ended up taking a lot of the freedom away from it, you know, that dreaminess, because now I have to, it's always a social thing, whereas sometimes I like my art being, you know, non-social. And on occasions like this, I really love having you guys here, so I felt like it sort of invaded a lot of that, you know, and especially because I came from work so tired, yeah, just, I could never envision fitting in streams as well and enjoying it, so definitely a time and place for everything. I feel like, you know, if streams aren't quite working out for you, don't push it, because the right time will come. And it's supposed to be enjoyable, you know. It's supposed to be fun for you and the audience, not just a one-way street. You identified so much with what I said about the grind. With ADHD, you appreciate company so much because you're so dependent on it to get motivated. You use body double technique almost daily. So what exactly is body double technique? But yeah, I'm so glad that inspired you as well. I don't feel like there's anything wrong with that. You know, sometimes there are some of us who get motivated that way, and you know, that is just how we work. Some people don't, like, we get unmotivated by that. It just, everyone's different, and that's totally okay. So I now have lots and lots of grass. I just kind of want to see if I can vary some of these strands a little more, because somewhat feel like it just feels a little too repetitive. I don't know why. So we can just break some repetition. Probably don't want the pebbles in the dark, sorry, in the distance to be as dark, because they're a little further away. Dr. Chronic, hello, how are you doing? Are you banned from Charles's stream yet, or have you evaded the bans? Having someone present either physically or via video to keep you on task and focus, sometimes talking, sometimes literally just as a body double sitting close. Right, okay. So does watching streamers help with that, or not really? Does it have to be someone who can visually see what you're doing? Not yet, you just got home. Well, fingers crossed, because I think Charles is itching to ban you. You know, you've given him just a couple of reasons to do so. That comment about liking Chloe's stream more. All the Baby Yoda comments. Yeah, streamers help, and the other way around, being on stream helps you getting things done. Right, okay. Well, that's really good to know. Really good to know. I'm so happy. Sometimes you just call your best friends for hours while you have to do chores. That's awesome, and really great that you have friends who, you know, well, first of all, are willing to do that sort of thing and making time for that. It sounds like you have a really great friendship group. That is so awesome. Cool. So guys, we have actually finished all this area down the bottom. I'm so happy. I feel like I just want to do something about the grass. It's not entirely, like, especially here in the background. I don't know. This doesn't quite have the same feel as the other page did. So I'm gonna see if I can maybe smooth some of that and work those in a little bit more. Best friends ever. You all down in the ADHD pit together, so. Well, that's awesome that you all understand each other, you know? And great that you guys have also found coping mechanisms around it, you know, things that help you stay more productive and involved and sociable. I think that's amazing. And that's the whole point, you know, understanding yourself properly and getting people around you who understand you properly. Really important. I think that's probably my main problem in this piece at this point. It's just I need to work through the grass into the wall a little bit more because it's just not quite feeling like it's overlapping the wall. It makes it more weighty in your opinion. Weighty in what way exactly? Cool. So we finished all the grass, guys. I'm so happy. Really, really happy with the progress on this. Oh, it feels more grounded. Yeah, I can imagine. Because I mean, I think communication, you know, and being on the same page is probably the most important thing of stable relationships. So it definitely would make sense why it feels more grounded. Kirikulukiki. Hello, thank you for the follow. Please sit down and join our vampire tea party. You can introduce yourself if you like, share your art with us, if that's something you'd like to do. Right, so now I need to start the next step, which is doing these hills in the background. So I will make a start on that, you know. I think I'm getting close to the other side of the wall, because in the other one I went from darker to light as well. I kind of feel like I like what that looked like, you know? I think it turned out pretty good. So I'm just gonna see if I can replicate that as close as possible. And then hopefully my little hills will look really pretty. Spenderwell! Hello! This is really cool. We love the detail and the expression in the face. Also, you're new here. Hi. Hello. Thank you for introducing yourself. How wonderful to have you here. Thank you for, you know, appreciating my work. Glad you like it. So this is actually a Humpty Dumpty storybook that we're working on. Thank you for the follow, Spender. Wow, really appreciate that. Please sit down and join our vampire tea party. So this is a children's illustration book that I'm working on, based on Humpty Dumpty. I'm changing the story slightly. Won't be as grim as the original, but you know, still the same character and all, luckily. Hello, sensitive. You wonder if he can say this without being a giant stink. If only Humpty could hear the end of his poem. Well, the poem has changed slightly in this one, so it's a little bit different. Won't be as grim as the original. So, I don't know. Not sure how he'd feel about that. Still don't think he'd be happy with the, you know, what happens in the other pages, because we've already drawn him a little bit broken. It's beautiful art design. Oh, thank you. I'm really good, Kiri Kaluki. I hope you are too. Hope you had a good weekend. Whereabouts are you from? The art is good though. Thank you. You look forward to seeing the rest. You had kind of a tough day and it's very peaceful and relaxing here. Exactly what you needed. Well, I'm really happy that this stream has made you feel a little bit better. Thank you. I'm sorry to hear that your day's been so terrible though. Twitch is definitely a great place to, you know, unwind and try to get a smile back in your face, so. Sorry you've been so quiet, you've been lurking doing some stuff. Hope my day is going well. It definitely is, Appy Jackson, you don't need to feel bad at all. How's music practice coming along? Hello Mallory, how are you doing? Very good artist though. Me, not the egg. Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the host, Kirikuluki. Really appreciate that. You speak French from France. Oh, well, you're welcome to. If you struggle with English, I don't mind if you hop over into French. I'll do my best to keep up. My French is a little bit rusty, so... So I do need some little trees, but I'll do the trees once I've finished off, you know, all the rest of my hills in the background. So we'll get to that later. For now I just want to get this hill working. you had a few violins put away, so you have to hope to find one of the three that's been moved back and forth. So once you find it, you're getting back into it. So why have they been hidden away? I'm confused. You don't speak English very well, you're French, but you can say how fabulous my work is. Oh, sensitive. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. You are so kind. And yeah, as I said, if you want to speak in French on here, that is totally okay as well. I don't mind. Can you make me in Sims? You might draw me as well. Yeah, if you want to, go ahead. Send me a pic. If you have Discord, hop on my Discord and send me a pic. I'd love to see how you make me. He redeemed hug a plushie. Can we get the alien baby? We sure can. We sure can. Let us do a plushie hug. Give me one moment. One moment. We'll go grab alien baby. And we'll give her a bit of a hug. She doesn't really qualify as a plushie, but you know, she's pretty cool, so I guess we can make that exception. So I will give her a hug. So this is my Ashton Drake's alien baby doll. As you guys can see, she's got gorgeous, beautiful black eyes. She's stunning. She also has an adorable smile and cute tiny feet. Most adorable little hands. Super cute. But yeah, I really need to give her a name. She reminds me of The Baby Alien by Will Smith, but I still haven't given her a name. I think I had one that I thought of, but kind of forgot, so I'm sure I have it written down somewhere. But yeah, thank you so much for redeeming that, Rin. Really appreciate that. Yeah, you used to have a friend who you'd watch draw. You loved it. This is one of the great things about technology. Exactly, yeah. Twitch has definitely opened up a lot of opportunities to connect with artists and for artists to connect with viewers and other artists, so yeah, it's great. His eyes have a lot of character. Thank you, yeah, they do. Oh, you do? Joining now? Well, thank you, Mallory. I'm excited to see what you create me, how you create me into a sim. You put them away as you thought you would never touch them again. You were pretty discouraged the last time you played. They were in the basement. You think they are still there, just need to get to it. Oh, Appy Jags. That is so tragic. I'm so sorry to hear that, but definitely, yeah, you need to get back into it. It would be amazing. She's cute, but also like you feel uneasy watching her. Well, I guess aliens are a little bit creepy, right? Maybe I could have a naming competition. Maybe I could, yeah. I think I named her something that started with an N. I'm pretty sure. But at this moment I just can't remember exactly what it was. I think it's in one of my old Instagram posts, what I named her. Probably would be. Sorry I didn't switch the camera back, guys. You guys can't even see what I'm doing. Kind of forgot. But yeah. It's interesting how music can bring so much happiness and so much frustration. It's nice to go back to when you feel inspired. Yeah, that is so true. Do you make music as well, near perfection, or are you just an avid listener? You know what I find interesting? How you can't, like, when you find a nice song that you really love, and you know it's gonna get, over time when you listen to it too many times, it's gonna lose that impactful feeling it gives you. So you try to sort of wean yourself off of not listening to it too much, or only listening to it when you can, like, really get everything out of it. And it's so strange how songs, then if you listen to it too much, it loses that feeling. But then if you give yourself a break for long enough, you can get that same feeling back when listening to that song again. Like, have you guys noticed that? Does that happen to you as well? And yeah, I just find that, sometimes then I deliberately don't listen to songs I love just so I can get that feeling back again the next time that I listen to them. Music is so strange. Like, it can make you think of an exact memory, an exact smell, image, everything. It's crazy. It's so powerful. And name her away, name her island. How come? Cats or dogs? I much prefer cats, but I do love dogs as well. I love all animals, really. You fell asleep. Well, it's such a nice afternoon, isn't it, Robin? A great time to fall asleep. You love how music. Oh, I've already read that. I kind of missed a lot of you guys' messages. Hello, Lazy Blazy. How are you doing? Glad to see you on here. You generally learn other people's songs but don't make a ton of your own. It's fun, but you're not great either way. Well, that sounds awesome that you really enjoy playing stuff though. Sounds really awesome. What's your favorite things to play? Her name is Music. I'm a little bit lost. Whose name is Music? You mainly play others and have made a few, but it's definitely not the best. I think writing music can be pretty tricky, pretty tricky. Um, like, I think back in the day, I used to play piano, when I was a lot younger. And I tried to write songs. I don't think I did a terrible job. Like, I didn't write the lyrics and everything to match them, but someone who's never done it before, I felt like, I really enjoyed getting immersed in the creativity of it, but it probably wasn't very good. It just didn't sound terrible, let's just say that. I was pretty happy with myself. I love how kind of fluffy these heels look. Exactly what I wanted. They're absolutely perfect. When you find a song you like, you tend to just listen to it on repeat for hours. You're not sure if you have the self control to limit yourself. Yeah, well, I kind of feel like after like a few weeks or a couple of days, depending on how powerful the song is, yeah, it just loses that impact for me. You sent it? Let me have a look, Mallory. Let me see. So I'm guessing you posted it. Would it be in general? Or did you post it in art? Oh my gosh, you guys have posted a lot more work today. So whereabouts have you posted it or shared it with me, Mallory? Because I haven't gotten a DM. And I'm not sure in which channel exactly you shared it. Can you suggest a music channel for the Discord? I think we already have one, Rin. There's a music channel in the fun section. So yeah. Hope it goes well for you. What's going on? Oh, the music playing. Thank you so much. I hope if you're continuing playing that it all goes well. I'm sure it'll just come back to you, Appy Jacks. I don't think it's going to take you very long to get back into the flow and, you know, you're just going to lose yourself and enjoy yourself again. Hello, Z. How are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Oh, you just saw there is the music section. Yeah, there is. You're going through a bit of a similar thing, but getting to where you like to play more again. Generally, you need to hear a piece you want to learn and think you found it. I think, yeah, we all get that way. Like, even like with art, I feel like sometimes I went through a lot of plunges and things where I wasn't really creating. And yeah, I felt like Twitch really helped me stay accountable. Because, you know, I had to come on here and make art for you guys. So in the end, it started being something that actually kept me accountable. And that was a really good thing. So, you know, I'm not saying you have to stream your music, but maybe it could help. You never know. You never know. I still need to draw the girl over here as well on the left hand side. Because I haven't really figured out how I want to draw her. But she does need to be there because we need to have someone waving for Humpty. Got need some character interaction on here. Let's go. You'd love to know the piece, and you do with the absolute best. You'll do amazing. Yeah, you really will near perfection. Funny enough, it's called Dire Dire Docks. It was originally in a Mario game, but people have done amazing piano renditions of it. Really? That's awesome! What a fun song to play. Music is music. As long as you put all of yourself into it, it'll be amazing. Yeah, exactly. And you know, even if you're playing other people's music, there is so much art to that. There is so many different ways you can play it. It is a performance, and you know, everybody does that differently. Everybody pours their own personality into that. You found an awesome song the other day. You'll share it a bit later. Well, thanks, Robin. Yeah, please do. Crumbs, hello. How are you doing? Welcome. It's hey, you chose to stay on your you chose me to stay on your second screen while you were playing a game. Well, I'm really honored. I'm really happy that, you know, I'm one of the selected streamers for your second monitor. What an honorary place to be. What game are you playing at the moment? You gotta pick up your partner from the bus stop. No worries. Take your time. I hope you guys enjoy a nice drive home. I feel like I just kind of messed up the look here. Didn't want to add so much detail here. Not in the foreground. Off topic, when do I normally start to paint? When I drew for my children's books. So I start painting after I finish everything. For this one, I've already done some color studies, just so I have a general idea of, you know, what the end product is gonna look like. I feel like it helps me keep motivated when I know what the colored rendition is gonna be. But yeah, also just, I don't know, maybe it influences the grayscale process. But I don't really actually start painting until I finished all of the grayscale, because I find that if I do it all in one go, it's easier to, you know, keep it consistent. I have a lot of nice clothes and accessories. You feel like you compliment my outfit every stream. Aw. You really like the fancy pattern in the headband. It looks really nice. Thank you, thank you. Couldn't resist saying something though. You try not to, as it can be easily misinterpreted, which wouldn't be good. Oh, well, that's alright. You know, that's totally fine complimenting, you know, clothing and attire, and, you know, they're all part of stream aesthetic as well, so nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. You send the pic of Discord, of me on Discord in Sims. So where did you post that, Mallory? Because last time I couldn't find it. I had a look, but I couldn't see where you posted that. And I haven't gotten a DM, so not sure where you posted that. But do let me know, because I would love to have a look. Whereabouts are you from, Flatline? It's amazing how the gold accents the black with a mix of floral pattern. Surprisingly, so this headband I actually got from an Etsy seller, and I love buying handmade products from people, so, you know, it's nice to support small businesses as well, because, well, I'm a small business, so I know what it's like. And so wherever I can, I try to support them in return. So yeah, this gold headband is actually from an Etsy seller, and I really love buying from her. I feel like the quality is amazing. Thank you for the follow, Painted Puffling. I love your name. Your name is so adorable. Hey Nekka, thanks for the super calming stream. You're going to search for some dinner to cook. Have a delightful rest of the day. Well, thank you, Robin. Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening, and I hope you have a lovely dinner. This seems like a cozy place. Well, I hope it is. I hope you feel at home. Whereabouts are you from, Peanut Puffling? Oh, handmade. That is incredible. I know, right? I know. It makes it all the more treasured, I feel, when something's been handmade. You're from the Midwest. Okay. Is it nice weather over there right now, or is it still pretty cold? Darkest, hello. Not going to confuse me too much, but it's Ian and I. Changed your name last night, something you wanted to do for a long time. Well, so happy you're back, Darkest. I'll start referring to you by Darkest now then. So glad you got the name change you wanted. How long do I usually stream for? So on average it's about 2 hours. Sometimes I go for 3, some days I've gone to 4, but usually it's nowhere less than like 2 hours. Is Betsy with us today? No. So Betsy, for those who are new here, Betsy is a little bat ring that I normally wear, and I'm not wearing her today, but probably will have her on again this week, so she is my favorite. But no, Betsy is not with us today. Not at this point. She's having a nice nap in my bedroom, so... It's warming up and spring is feeling nice. Well, that's awesome. I really wish we had summer or spring to look forward to, but we're going straight into winter and I'm not happy. You're from Sweden. Okay. Ian is still fine to you. Your old name was made up in 5 seconds. You never expected to be a streamer as well. And you really wanted to find something you can use for every social platform. A more suiting name. Yeah, exactly. I know that feeling. I really wish I could just have gotten just NECA on here, but unfortunately it was already taken, so... you know, you never know. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. If Twitch does like an inactive account purge, maybe I'll be lucky, you know. You just left Winter a month ago, so you can get that. It's rough, yet Winter has a piece to it. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, Winter sort of has this vibe where it gives us an excuse to be a little bit more lazy, I don't know. But it also ends up being quite frustrating because we end up being, well, I at least end up being much more unmotivated to do things in winter because it's so cold. And then, yeah, it just ends up feeling like, you know, why am I suddenly so unproductive? This drawing is very cute. I seem to have a light hand when drawing. I guess so, yeah. I do try to achieve a lot of, you know, contrast in my work though. But, you know, in this case it doesn't really matter because I'm going to, you know, be coloring this in Procreate anyway, and so any lack of contrast that I have here, I can just touch up in there anyway, so not too much of a hassle. That's why you have 2 TTs instead of 1. The darkest was already taken by a random person with no followers or anything, so yeah, you get that. Yeah, that's frustrating, isn't it? When somebody has an account name that you want and they're not even using it. You know, it's very frustrating. I know that feeling. I'm doing really well. Yeah, I am, Ian. I've really made a ton of progress on this drawing. I added some vines to my wall. I finished all my grass down here. The whole wall is done. All the grass on this side is done. And so I'm now starting the hills, and then tomorrow, probably tomorrow, I'm going to finish off the rest of the hills and all the clouds. So then this one's going to be completely finished. I'm so happy. If it makes me feel any better, it was 21 degrees here yesterday, and it snowed 15 centimeters today. How can it snow when it's that warm? You agree, your workout suffered during winter. Oh, exercise, like let's not even talk about exercise. That's so hard during winter. A lot of usernames were taken during the Justin TV phase of Twitch. What does that mean, Flatline? Thanks, Ian. Hello, Itzma! How are you doing? So happy to see you back. In Vancouver, but a friend of yours in Calgary said something very similar about that weather. So how can you have 21 degrees, but then it can literally snow? That's crazy. Twitch was originally called Justin.tv and was only... and a lot of the original names were gone by then. Okay, right. You're great, more importantly, how am I? I'm doing really good, Itzma. I'm really happy because I finally, thanks to you guys and all the support in subbing and donating, I've had enough savings accumulated to be able to upgrade my PC because we've had so many bad lag spikes and yeah, I mean, it's not been great at all. So it's been crashing, streams have been just, you know, while I'm streaming, you can notice that the audio and the video go out of sync. So this weekend, I've been able to completely upgrade my computer. I haven't gotten the parts just yet, but hopefully in a week and a half, I'll have them and I'll be able to do the upgrade and we won't have any more difficulty with that. To be fair, not everyone is here to stream though. There needs to be some of you watching as well, and you don't necessarily have followers, but it is irritating to not get your name. You had to invent yours on the spot. That's true, Painted Puffling. Yeah, I mean, you can't just look at someone's account and think they're an active just because they're not streaming, right? That's so true, yeah. But a lot of the accounts that I've looked at with those like taken usernames, they're not following anyone and they don't have followers. So, you know, it feels more like an account that was just created and left dormant. What are your thoughts on the new gaming streaming service that's in beta? What gaming streaming service? You wanted your username without numbers, but it's taken by an original user that claimed it at the start. That sucks, that really does suck. You're so happy I'm able to upgrade my PC. Yeah, I am. I'm too. Thank you so much, Abby Jax. It's just been really annoying, you know, sometimes I want to show off you guys' art and every time I flip to desktop view and I actually show you guys' work on stream, the stream pretty much guaranteed crashes. So I feel like for the next week, if we get raided, I'm just gonna like you know, show something off on my phone or iPad, and just explain, look, streams crash like this and we can't afford another crash, so we're just holding out till that new computer, right? PC upgrades really are exciting. I know. But they're so expensive. Luckily, I didn't go for something very expensive. I just went with something that could, you know, fix my stream problem. So I didn't go all out. Good night, Dr. Chronic. No worries. I hope you have a good rest. When you came up with your name, you immediately claimed it on every platform. Yeah, that's a great idea, Rick. I wish I'd have done that, but I'm pretty sure my name was already claimed, you know, even before I thought about it. Your old username was DameHex, and you had that claimed everywhere. Well, that's awesome. So glad that you got to have the one that you love. They are pretty unique names though, so yeah, I don't think you're lucky. I think it's more that those names are longer and pretty unique. Out of curiosity, what do all the summons in the channel points mean? So they're different rewards that you can claim, you know, not staying. For example, if you have enough points, you can get me to show off something behind me in my oddities cabinet. You can also redeem a plushie reward, different things. You can make me draw blindfolded, not on the piece that I'm currently working on obviously, but like I'll grab a textbook and I have to do a blindfolded drawing on stream for a bit. And so yeah, realistically they're if you click on them, they should explain what they are, so. Or it's hard to have a unique username that goes on all platforms without an extra underscore. Exactly, yeah. And even the famous people struggle, you know, claiming their own usernames. Prime Live's the new streaming service soon to launch out of beta this summer. Right, I've never heard of that. June, Pentagon, UFOs, stay tuned. Sounds really, yeah, really realistic world events. Didn't I switch that off, Ren? I can't do summon the bats right now. Why are they all on? Yeah, I'm so sorry, I need to turn them off. I cannot turn the bat one on right now, Ren, because I had to remove those to save my CPU stuff, unfortunately. But once I get they're all switched off. Yeah, they're all switched off because, I thought I switched them off in Twitch as well, so they weren't redeemable, but clearly I haven't. Realistically, yeah, they were just way too CPU intensive, so turn them off. Rennie's pog.jpg. Oh, the bats aren't on. Do a different one. Show you something from the cabinet of oddities. No worries, I can definitely do that. Let me see which one I can reveal to you guys. I'll probably show you guys this one, because I don't think you've seen this one before, Rin. So let me know if you've seen this one and I can show you another one, but this is my it's a vinyl toy by Tara McPherson, and it is actually glow in the dark. So once you turn all the lights off, it goes really creepy. It's the Skullflower, which is one of her mascot characters. It's really beautiful. She's an amazing artist. I love her work. I love the colors she uses. She always has like a pink, sky blue, and like blacks and other muted color palette. But yeah, so beautiful. So my boyfriend got me this little guy, which was limited edition as well. The glow in the dark one you can't get anymore, I think. But I really badly wanted one, and he's so adorable. I don't think I can make him glow because I didn't have a lot of light shining on him before, so he's probably not gonna glow. Don't believe it until you see it. Yeah, he's really cute. Really, really sweet. So yeah, you guys have to check out Tara McPherson's work. She recently had a really intense surgery on her neck. They had to, I think it's some kind of disease called Chiari she was born with. I'm not sure, but they had to fuse all the bones in her neck, and she can't move her neck anymore. So she had a lot of time that she had to take away from art, and it was, yeah, really tragic. But the community pitched in and bought a lot of prints to support her and everything. So if you can, do go and support her because her work is amazing. She's got lots of prints and lots of amazing little toys. She's got tiny collectible toys as well. He looks so cute. He does. He's really, really incredible. Amazing little guy. Yeah, it's very well made as well. You like the blue used? Exactly. Glow in the dark things unfortunately need like 30 seconds of bright light shone on them before they will actually glow in the dark. Maybe I can post a photo in Discord later. Yeah, that would probably be much easier. I will do that. I will go post a photo in Discord and yeah, show you guys if I can get it to glow on camera. I have seen it glow. Like once I have all the lights turned off in my studio and I had a lot of bright lights shining in here, and everything's dark at night, you can see him glowing. So he definitely does glow. You believe Rin as a person of authority carrying a green sword. Your sword does many powers. Exactly. Rin here is our priestess, and she has a lot of power. So Rin has smacked you with it. Oh dear. Oh dear. That is so terrible. I reckon this is probably a good place for us to finish up here today, because that leaves me enough time to complete the rest, and I have to do this little bird tomorrow as well. Well, if I'm going to do this tomorrow, I may take a break. I think I'm going to do one of my sketches tomorrow, color one of my sketches instead. So probably going to have a watercolor day tomorrow instead. You wonder how hard it would be to make a metal sword green without any paint. Who knows? Who knows? Using copper and fire, perhaps. That could work. You're always timed out when Rin is modded. I wonder why, Applejack. Seems like you just can't behave. Right. Okay, so I'm gonna have a look and see who we can raid. Let me have a look in Discord first and see if any of you guys are streaming. Doesn't look like it. So if you guys, just as a reminder guys, if you link your Twitch account and your Discord accounts, then, well, I can see when you're streaming and I can raid you. You notice the hearts on my pants? They are so stylish. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's a sad face or a happy face. I'm not sure. Chloe or Anna? I think, yeah, I think Chloe would be good. Thank you, Ian. You too. I'm glad you got the username you wanted. So happy. So yeah, I think let us raid Chloe. And before we do, guys, copy and paste this message in her chat so that she knows which of us are the raiders and which are not. And it's just a creepy cool way to surprise her, you know? Kind of a fun surprise. So yeah, Thank you to everybody today who's, followed me, spent time with me, chatted with me, helped me work through this drawing today. I'm really, really happy for your company. But it is time for me to go, so I will raid Chloe and we can go and share some love with her, guys. Bye, Neko Man says Neko is Pog, Rin is Pog, Appy is Pog, everyone is Pog. Goodbye. Thank you, not the same. Type me before the raid message if you'd like it in your username color. Oh, I didn't know that. That is pretty cool. I'll do that. Anyway, guys, so let us go raid, and I will see you guys same time tomorrow. Until next time.